Good evening, folks. Thank you very much for bearing with us there. This is episode 4 of campaign 2 of Malt Magic. Episode 4? Yes, episode 4. Had to double check myself there. But yes, thank you all for joining us once again. I'm very excited to be playing tonight. I've already made my players very nervous by saying I've got a lot of fun planned, so we'll see what happens. But yes, let's run down our usual thank yous. So a huge shout out to Incarnates, Owlbear Radio and Dungeon Alchemist for all things virtual tabletop and mapping. And then a big shout out to Hero Forge, Kassoon, 5e Magic Shop for all of those different tools there, visuals, all those sorts of things. And then, of course, 2 Minutes Tools and Thieves Guild, so some of the DM'd tools in the background there. Of course, all of the audio tracks, or most of the audio tracks, are courtesy of Tabletop Audio or BattleBards. We are still affiliated with BattleBards, so as it pops up on screen, you will see a nice little code you can go and use when you register at BattleBards to get yourself a cheeky discount off your sound effects and musical tracks that you want to go and use. I've used things for like intros on podcasts and all sorts of different things, so go and check that out. You can see all of the social media links at the bottom there, so please go check us out on all the different social channels. We've been posting a lot of random shit out recently. There was an update, of course, on Discord last week, which we'll get to in a minute. But I've been drawing pictures of Pokemon this week that I put on the social media channels, so why the hell not? What else do we have to talk about? Discord, of course, if you're not on it, go join it. All the updates, all of the information goes there. There is stuff coming for Discord as well. I'm slowly in the process of making sure I've got all the homebrew content in a format that I can then share it on Discord so that people can go and build it into their own games and use it as they see fit. I'm not precious about that. Go knock yourselves out. And yes, the podcast. I think last week when we were talking, we were 5 listens away from hitting the 2K mark. I am pleased to say we have smashed that. We are now on 2,020 listens on the podcast. So thank you so much for everybody supporting us there. Thank you also to those supporting us on YouTube as well. I can see the views and sort of subscribers and follows on there are increasing, which is really, really good to see. So thank you so much. There was a few updates to the website as well if you've not already seen them, so go and check them out. And yes, slowly but surely, as I find time, I will be updating things, or we will be updating things like the Twitch channel, so it reflects the new theme, or the Campaign 2 theme, and the website itself will get a bit of a graphical overhaul as well, just to bring it in line. But yes, as I breathe and allow myself to speak, I think that is the majority of the thank yous. There was our announcement on Discord last week, if you did not catch it. Which is just to say that we are officially standing with the community on the whole OGL debacle. We waited, hoping things were going to improve. They've not improved, so our D&D Beyond subscriptions are cancelled, and that's about all I need to say. We are fully supportive of the community. There's some updates which are promising, some updates which are not promising, so we will keep you informed as to what we are planning to do. But as I said in that announcement, or as we said in that announcement, we will continue to play D&D 5e on this channel for as long as we possibly can, until that becomes impossible, and at which point we'll keep you all informed, and if we have to move to other games we will. But for now, Campaign 2 lives on, and we will continue to get into some madness and craziness. So that being said, yes, go check out my Pokemon drawings there. Charmander was better than Squirtle, is all I'm going to say. So yeah, go have fun with them. But yes, I think that's all I need to say. So, without further ado, there will definitely be adult language and a lot of adult humour, hopefully. So yes, let's roll.
Hello.
I love that. How are we doing? I was just laughing at chat there where we were talking Pikachu and Pokemon, and then all of a sudden, I'm here for the cult stuff. Amazing.
All right.
Welcome back is all I'm going to say. Welcome back, Velda. Welcome back, Math. Cool. Should we go down the lineup very quickly? Dave looks like he's nervous.
Yeah, good brain's dead today.
You're the first. You're the first. You're definitely the first.
It's all good. So we're going to do.
That's what it looked like.
Can you ever trust a fart? Not when you're over 30, definitely.
Never trust a fart and never waste a hard on.
Absolutely. Love that film. Anyway, to go down that lineup, I'm Matt. I'm your Dungeon Master for this evening and also doing the sound effects and sort of emotional representation of Cog.
I love the fact that we immediately gave you Cog. I just love it. Well done. I am Dave. I am playing Jewel, the Tabaxi rogue. And yeah, let's see what happens with her tonight.
Hello, I am Danny, and I am playing Lex, everybody's favourite people, person, sorcerer.
Sounds like a new subclass.
Only some of that was true.
Hello, I am Simo, and I'm playing Carsus Wispcut, the Blade Singer Wizard, who is, looking forward to whatever it might be down this tunnel, and we'll see.
Not a euphemism.
I was about to say, I forgot there was a tunnel.
This time, not a euphemism, yeah.
Yeah. In 5 minutes it will be.
Yeah.
The question on everybody's lips every episode is, what will Carsus penetrate, and with what will he penetrate it with?
The people want to know.
The people have a right to know.
So yes, last week was a lot of fun. We began having exited the library underneath the Helenthor Lyceum, and made our way back to the tavern, where we were bedding down for the evening. Carsis stored some spells. A few people did some other research or did their own meditation, and we fell asleep and had part of a long rest before Carsis was woken by something strange. Couldn't quite figure out what it was, just something had woken them up. As they looked into the corridor outside the room, they saw nothing. So they then made their way across to where Jewel was sleeping. Sort of alerted Jewel to the problem, and at which point they then found, or both of them, having come back out into the corridor, saw a shadow head towards Lex's room. That's where things got interesting last week. Stalking after this shadow, or rushing after this shadow, sort of burst into Lex's room to then find said shadow feeding on Lex, or at least trying to feed on Lex, sapping Lex's strength. Combat ensued, our first encounter of the campaign. I'm really struggling to breathe tonight, apparently, so give me a second. But yes, our first combat encounter of the campaign, which is a lot of fun. Very, very scary as well. Low-level characters and some big hits going in there. So yes, you made it out of there unscathed about against the first, and then a second one just emerged through a crack in the wall, and you had to see to that one as well. Having dealt with said shadows, you decided to pretty much go straight to the Helenthor Lyceum again to go and see the Alchemist, having dealt with these shadows now, and from the information that you'd found in previous episodes, the Alchemist had a moment with Lex where spoilers were discussed.
I've been a good boy. I could have edited and listened to it, and I didn't because I forgot.
Good.
I skipped it when I rewatched it.
Law drop,
Good.
law drop, law drop.
That's what I like to see. So yes, there was that moment, and then the understanding that actually the different jobs, so to speak, that you'd been, or the different paths you'd been put on by both the magistrate and the Arcanist were somehow linked. all of you convinced there was something going on at the temple, you proceeded to make your way from the Arcanist up to the temple, with a commitment from Lex that he was going to get a full sentence out of the Minotaur Steward at some point. I have not forgotten that one. Made your way to the temple to then figure out what your next steps were and where you were going. Everybody's still asleep up there, but you headed round to where Jewel had seen a strange old man with a photograph of sorts, an etching into a piece of glass, wander round, drop a flower at a door, and then smash the glass before changing and shifting. You found the door. You found the remnants of the smashed glass, and I believe I said there were 3 flowers, 3 or 4, I can't remember exactly. And it was at that moment where you decided to enter into the Temple Undercroft, or the underside of the temple, so to speak. You opened this door through mechanical means, and yes, then see this stone staircase that leads down and winds around. And that's where we begin tonight, as you head down this stone staircase. Now, before that, is there anything you wish to do as a team, as individuals, or are you just going straight down?
Flee with extra flee. No, what? Flee for your lives. Sorry,
Well,
are we? We've opened the door. We've sawn down.
You've opened the door?
Seen down. Are we
It was a
in
big
said tunnel
loud
or
marble door,
looking?
wasn't it?
You've not gone down yet. What you can see is this this staircase, which basically leads down.
Do you want me to put Cog in my pocket so they're less noise?
I would like to do this as stealthily as possible. Yes.
Come on. I'll all be jacket open so they can go into my pocket.
Yeah, let's do this front
Close to
flip
my
as the
bosom.
wings fold in, the legs clamp up inside, it becomes just this golden orb and into your pocket. Yeet.
I would perhaps recommend that I go up front, since both of you seem to have left that encounter with the shadow a little bit worse for wear.
I will take your lead on that. I'm going to try and find, if this tunnel goes anywhere, I am going to try and stay to the shadows. No pun intended. But I just wanted to not be seen. I am not trying to get into any fights. I only, Lex, covered you because I saw that you were about to pass out. That is, please understand, not normal for me. I am not a fighter here. I would like to stay out of them, if at all possible. But I have to find out what this is.
I'm not familiar with stealth, or sneaking about. So, any advice? I'll just follow your lead.
Light footwork. Roll your feet like this, and she shows you. It goes from the side down, round onto the front. Obviously, let's not have a large and meaningful conversation once we get into this staircase. And do your very best to not touch anything. It will likely make a noise. Best advice I can give you.
Roger that.
All right.
Very good. So, marching order then, please.
I will go up front.
Karsus.
Ooh, feels weird to be taking point. Just to say. Feels weird to not be like, I'll be in the middle.
I'll go in the middle. I will go behind Karsus. Do I still have that? Yeah, I still have that strength debuff, don't I, on mine? On me?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. That's cool. Cool.
And I will obviously be at the rear trying to copy what they do. Watching them
Very
sneak.
good.
Very
Okay, in which case
over-exaggerating
then,
your
if you're
feet and leg movements.
Yeah. panther. Something like that.
As you
before
all
we move
descend
down the
the
steps.
stairs there, go for it.
The class is looking down in the walls, looking at the steps. Do they see any mechanical traps?
Okay, so first question. I'm going to say it this way. Does anybody not have dark vision?
Oh, I've got dark vision 60 feet.
I've got all the vision,
I
mate.
think that's all. I think that's all three.
I've got dark vision! I've got dark vision!
Yes!
Have you seen it?
Very good. In which case, Karsus, make me an investigation check, please.
Oh, thank you very much.
Like just Karsus, I assume, yeah.
Just Karsus there.
11.
11. You can't see any obvious mechanical traps. No.
All right, then head downstairs as stealthily as possible.
I
Very
do have
good.
an idea
Right,
that
everybody.
that might help us. I can set a magical alarm on the doorway, so if any small or large creature comes in behind us, it'll alert me in my brain. But it only
That
works
sounds
for
incredibly
small
useful.
or big creatures.
How long will it take?
Good question. It takes me a minute to set it up. Is that too long?
If you want to do that, we can go further.
Okay. I'll cast alarm on the doorway, Mr. Matthew.
Mr. Matthew,
Nice.
Mr. DM. So, I don't believe you
And I'll
need...
choose it to be a mental alarm, not an audible one.
There are some
You can choose.
components
Yeah.
for that one, I believe.
Yes, so I'll go into my pocket and get a little bell out and a little slither of silver, and I'll set it up just above the archway of the door as I'm casting it.
Nice.
I've also just noticed, based on your strength score adjustment, you are now struggling to carry your pack. You're encumbered.
Am I? Oh, fuck, don't tell me that.
Yeah.
Oh, I am!
What have you got in your pack?
Fuck
No, no,
It's the
that's
strength-
more,
it's the strength
what is
he
your
doesn't have,
fucking
yeah.
strength score at?
Yeah.
Can't pick up
It's
a
literally
map.
got some Kleenex, it's got some tissues and a pack of Skittles, that's about it.
Just a pack of Kleenex, yeah. Very good.
Next,
Say,
would you like me to carry your pack with me? Because it seems like you are struggling with that.
I wouldn't, I don't want to admit this, but yes, that would be most helpful. Thank you.
That's all right. How much does your pack weigh total?
71 pounds. I don't know what that is in
that's
metric. but-
everything, including your equipment. So currently, your
Oh,
backpack.
oh, sorry,
is
60 pounds.
60.
60.
Okay.
Just to check, lesser restoration won't get rid of what I'm dealing with, will it? No. Okay.
No, it's great. What you need.
Yeah.
I just need a kip.
Greater or a good suit, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
How much did you say? 60.
Yeah.
60, yeah.
Can I carry that?
No.
Let's find out.
I'm calling it end of campaign 1. Lex falls in love with casters. Oh, campaign 2, sorry. That's what's going to
I was
happen.
going to say, end of
It's gonna
campaign
break
1,
down
fucking
those
hell, it's already
emotional
happened.
barriers. Going to break down those emotional barriers. And they're gonna be wedded.
Yeah, I can. It's all good.
Nice.
Cassus just pops the backpack behind them as well.
So are you Arnold Schwarzenegger and I'm Danny DeVito in the film Twins? Is that what's essentially happening?
Set the alarm. Do it.
Get down!
Amazing. So, yes, you take out your
Oh no, we started.
Small.
It's never gonna stop now.
take out your small items, so the bell and that fine piece of wire, and just make that mental alarm at the door. Cool. Everybody make me a stealth check then, please.
Yeah.
Unnatural 20.
Nice.
It's a big fat 5.
Oh.
Nailed it. I'm just ringing the bell at the door.
Yeah. Yeah, sounds good. Carry on.
Okay, spell component's like, shit, bollocks, oh, crap.
Goes down the steps. Ding, ding, ding.
Dual stealth check then.
Dual stealth check, 24.
24, okay. So, Carsis and Jewel, you make your way down the stairs, silent as the night. And Lex, you take a step and just slip before Jewel just reaches and sort of places a hand on your chest to steady you.
Sorry.
And by law of averages, you all make it down the stairs. Unscathed, undetected, quiet. As you reach the bottom of the stairs, it sort of spirals round a little bit, and you land, for want of a better term, on a old, almost marble effect flooring in a long corridor, which is about 20... I'm going to have to get a ruler out for this, aren't I? Because I can't count. Yeah, 20 by about 110 foot wide. Sorry, 20 foot wide, 110 foot long. That would have been the fucking worst corridor in the world.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
What a dickhead. There we go. So, 20 foot wide, 110 foot long. The only light down here is very distant purple glowing light at the far end of this corridor. With your dark vision, from what you can see, bearing in mind that's 60 feet, you know what, let's play with some fog because it's Albert Radio and I can do that. And by the way, guys, if you've not got Albert Radio up, you probably want to. So that's about all you can see for now. Map, get the map up.
I brought the map up.
Yeah, sorry, I should have said that.
I'll zoom out just to show everyone soon, but it doesn't fit very well in the landscape box.
It doesn't, but it
See,
doesn't
if it was
matter too
100
much
foot-
because we
It doesn't
are
matter
gonna-
because
If it was 100 foot,
I'm gonna
110
stick on
foot wide.
Well, yeah,
would fit
then it'd be
better
fine.
than this.
It would have fit no problem. That would be absolutely fine.
So the one thing you do notice, or the two things you notice in your immediate vicinity, are these statues, and they look like they are female forms. Immediately ahead of you, if you descend down the stairs, is a metal-like door here, and there is also a metal-like door over here as well. Yes.
I'll look towards Jewel, and I'll say, do you have any idea? We could perhaps head down the corridor and eventually arrive at that door, but these statues just here seems to be a bit strange.
Could Jules looking for if there is any discernible footpath in a dusts, and where did anyone go?
Make me an investigation check, please. You've got any skills? In fact, are you looking specifically for tracks, or
Absolutely, definitely
Make
looking
me
for
some-
tracks.
make me a survival check then, please?
Survival. 16.
Mm-hmm. 16. You see no undisturbed dust or dirt down here.
But the door behind us did look like it, well, not recently be opened, but it certainly looked like it had been opened.
Absolutely.
But no tracks. Garcis, I do not know where I cannot see if there are any tracks anywhere. Maybe the statues would help. After that, I don't know. We could check the doors, but the light at the end is quite intriguing.
Yes, I thought the same. Maybe just a little listen on the doors. See what we can gather. I'll
That is a good idea.
I'll move towards the door on the right, and I'll just give it a listen. Maybe like look under the stair. Maybe if it has a keyhole, look through or under the actual door.
Make me a perception check first, then, please.
1.
Don't hear anything at the door, so you then attempt to sort of peer through the keyhole. There is what looks like mechanical keyhole on this door. I'm going to say make me an investigation check with disadvantage, please. It's a teeny tiny keyhole.
9.
9. You can see with your dark vision a room beyond. Looks like there's a very small corridor that joins this room to the next one, and then it opens out. The only thing you think you can just about see is some form of stone platform of sorts.
Interesting. I'll look towards Jewel, see what she found.
So I'm going to do similar. Put my ear up against the door and just listen. Can I hear anything?
Perception check then, please.
Cool. Oh, good. That's a 6.
You hear nothing but the sound of your own heart beating.
Do the statues look like the statue of Klothys that we see outside the temple?
Would you like to get closer and investigate a statue?
Yeah.
So at this point,
I'm not
Joel
gonna ask you to
would
roll.
look back at Karsis and just be like, nothing.
As Lex now sort of creeps up to the first set of these statues, they are statues of Klothys, but they are slightly different from the one outside. They look a lot older, for starters. They look less grand, and they are more subtle. So whereas the one outside has this big, wide, outstretched arms with hair that seems to whip round into these bladed, whip-like appendages, and the outfit is rather revealing on the temple outside, this is much more reserved. The same blind eyes, the same horned structure. It is unrecognisably Klothys, but more subtle.
These are all statues of Klothys. Sorry if you already knew that.
No,
You mentioned that she's presented as a tiefling, Matt.
I wouldn't say a tiefling. She's just got horns, basically.
Okay.
So, distinction, not of the tiefling race, so to speak.
Cool. And do they appear to be all the same? As we look at like the one opposite and then the ones for...
Yes. Very much so.
Interesting.
Just a horned deity.
Right, so Jewel is now going to fairly rapidly move up to the end of the corridor, just trying to get close to where we saw that light, forgetting completely the order that we were going in.
Okay. Where are you going to finish? Or... yeah, you're going to have to draw me a bit of a path here.
Where is she going to go?
Trap
then?
tiles. Go on it. Right as the Lost Ark. Huge bouldering coming.
I mean, I would also say the casters would take point with Jewel. So
Okay.
staying in front.
So I'm going to
In
go...
which case,
Yeah, diagonal, and then depending on whether Klothys stays next to me,
Yeah.
I'd move round Lex and then keep on the left and then just walk straight ahead, not really thinking
Okay.
about anything.
as you and Karsis get to about this point, then, Karsis, I need you to make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Fucking hell, straight in. Oh, the saves are.
Doesn't check.
19.
Level 3.
Let's say level 3,
19.
right?
Your foot goes to step on this tile. This tile just here.
Ooh,
And as your foot descends, you can see sort of this inky blackness begin to leach out before you bring your foot back. And this shadow-like inky darkness cloud just and then dissipates.
Where was that, sorry? Can you just point out?
Just in this
Yeah.
square just here.
Okay, so if we say that...
I would be... let's just go back to that.
Side by side.
You'd be right next.
So,
I would be up there.
yeah, I put my hand on...
So-
I put my hand on Jewel's shoulder to stop her from walking as well. And I'll say... It's a little bit of a close call.
Yes, I forgot that it may be trapped. I will keep an eye out.
I also didn't think, so...
Which one was
let's
it?
have a look.
Was it all four or is it one?
The one right in
Okay. Yeah.
One right in front of me. And I'll kind of get down and look at the panels and try to see if there's any others in the path.
Yeah, I mean,
that
Joel will
might
look at the one
hit me trapped.
directly in front of her, thinking, is it, literally just two abreast?
Make me investigation checks, both of you, please. I'll say while you're doing that, as you approach closer, you pass a number of these statues, always the same, and you also pass 1, 2, 3, 4 other doors. The fourth door is immediately to your right now, Karsis.
Was that an investigation check?
So, that was an investigation check.
That's a 23 with a natural 20.
So you're investigating
That's
the
an 8.
square immediately in front of you, Jewel.
Yes.
Yep. You do
I rolled an
not
8.
sense any traps on that. You can't see anything. Karsis, as you now look down and try to see if there's any difference between these tiles, nothing you can discern.
Cool. I'll look back to make sure that Lex is keeping up with us.
Sorry, the door to our right, the only door, or is there actually an archway at the end of this, or is it just purple lights?
So, sorry, yes, these there are these 2 purple flamed sconces that burn right at the end of the corridor.
Yeah.
And in the middle there is this large double door made out of marble.
Okay.
Is it safe for me to move?
Yes, come ahead. Just don't step on the one right in front of me.
Okay, Jewel would like to move forwards then and investigate this door.
Make
4.
me 2 Constitution saving throws, please.
Brilliant. Fantastic.
He tried to warn us, so we didn't listen.
Yeah. Constitution saving throw. Brilliant. I have a +0. That is 18 for the first one.
There you go.
That's decent.
That one's not so good. That's a 4.
Okay, as you sort of step over this tile here, you sort of dance over it, and again there's just this dark cloud emanates and then dissipates. Then as you stand on the one right in front of this door, the cloud just envelops you, and you are going to take 4 points of necrotic damage.
Okay,
Damn.
too bad.
So presumably then would just step back.
Yeah.
Damn it!
Chula, you alright? I'll move. Probably. Like
Okay.
Yes, that was like breathing death for a moment.
Jewel, make me a perception check, please, with disadvantage, considering you've just had to, like, breathe in this death mist.
Okay. Perception check. Disadvantage. So that is 9.
Very good. Thank you.
Cool.
Can you get to the door? Maybe if you go to the one, I point to the one like not directly in front of me, but like ahead of me.
Yeah. So the thing on this one, yeah.
Yeah, seems to be a pattern.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I suppose in that respect, Joel will check now. Does that one look different to the one she just stepped on?
Make me an investigation check, please.
I will help by looking as well.
Maybe.
If that helps.
Okay, if this makes any difference then, so as a bonus action I can make a perception check to spot a hidden creature or an object, or make an investigation check to uncover or decipher clues. So if any of that covers me looking at this, it is technically only a bonus action. I don't think it makes any difference. It doesn't give me advantage or anything. But
Well, you're going to get advantage anyway, because Karsus is helping you.
oh, sweet.
And that was what the aim was there somehow, wasn't it? You didn't want to do your own check.
It was absolute dog shite. 7.
7.
Should have done my own check.
So even as you and
Roll a 1 and 4.
Karsus both look at this tile, just difficult to tell. There's not much difference, and even with the purple flame glowing here, it's really difficult to see any discernible difference between these tiles.
Okay, I'll put my foot on that, sort of, in that area, and then sort of put my weight on it.
So in this square
In
here,
that
right
area,
in front
yeah.
of the door, yeah?
Yeah.
As you gently step forward, nothing happens.
Sweet. Cool. So, whoops, that's the wrong button. There we go. So, right, that one there. Turn back to the other two. Whew.
It feels like we're on a deadly Takeshi's castle.
And so I will now check the door for traps. Is it locked, and can I hear something?
Okay. Make me an investigation check first. While you're doing that, Lex, make me a perception check, please.
Simply.
Absolute crap. 8.
14.
Nice.
So, Jewel, with an 8,
Yeah.
as you're investigating the door, it's locked. You have no idea what the locking mechanism is.
Brilliant.
Lex, as this is going on, you can just hear this gentle coming from your right. Subtle whispers.
So that would be where there's the square that they stepped on, which released a bit of cloud a minute ago.
Sounds like it's coming from the door to your right.
Okay. Guys, I can hear whispers at the door over there. Should we be worried? Do you want me to check it out?
Jewel,
I can
Jewel,
send
how's
Cog
that?
so I don't have to step on anything.
if Cock can do it silently, then that might be a good option.
I can't promise silent, but I can promise he won't step on anything.
Do it.
You know, as quiet as it is, little wings are. Cog, go check out the door.
As the eye opens, just subtle torchlight almost comes out. And then you just hear this. The wings take him over to where the door is, or take it over to where the door is. What would you like Cog to do?
Well, he has a passive perception of 10, but I could roll perception for him, I suppose, or investigation.
What would you like him to do? Is he investigating the door? Is he trying to sense what's beyond the door?
Let's get him to sense what's beyond the door with perception.
Okay, make me a perception check then, please.
So what's his
Just sort
wisdom?
of,
He's got a
his
plus
legs
0,
just
so
sort
I'll
of
just
settle on the door.
I'll
His
press
head
oh,
just
bloody hell, he
then
got a 5.
dunk, or the main
Fuck's sake.
bulk of his body just dunk. And you can just hear this. Flutters back over to you, and almost just sort of shrugs the wings.
Negative confirmation, guys. Still no idea what it is. Would you like me to check it out?
Is it worth you checking if that door is locked? This one is locked.
If you know what, my only worry is how are you going to retrace your steps when I suppose I can move back, retrace my steps. You know what?
If
know
you-
what tiles to step
I mean-
on now, right?
If you would like me to go, I can just try this one right next to me, as I'm pointing there.
Yes, give it a go and check if it is open.
I will move there.
Okay, you moved there.
And I will try the door as quietly as I
As
can
you-
to see just if it's.
As you now reach towards the door and place your hand on the handle which is there, would you turn? It turns. The door opens.
Okay.
I'll give a peek, see what I see.
As you peek into this room, then you see this narrow 5x5 corridor, if you like, and then it opens out into a much larger chamber. The only thing you can see is this ornate dais platform of sorts with strange runic symbols around the outside. I will reveal that room, seeing as you stuck your head in.
Can I also send Cog to look into the room because he has true sight?
Oh,
Yes.
damn.
Cog just heads into the room, and all
Sees the
Cog sees,
BBEG sitting there in the centre of the block.
all you get back in your mind, Lex, are images of this platform and the runic symbols. And you get the understanding from Cog and that mental connection you've got between the two of you. These are arcane symbols.
Do you recognize any of the symbols, Garces?
I would have to get a little bit closer, but perhaps. Is it safe? Can Cog see anything that shouldn't be there?
He can only see what you see.
All right then. I will start moving forward. Yeah, paying attention to the fact that we saw some traps on the other side, so I'll just keep an eye out for. Yeah, just as I get on the edge, just to look down and see if I see any pressure plates or wires or anything.
Your passive investigation. 16. Very good. As you now step forward, just sort of walking towards this platform, keeping an eye out, looking around you, you don't sense any traps.
Cool. In that case, I will step forward closer to the plateau. And
Did Cog tell me what the symbols were, or just that there were symbols? Sorry.
Just that they were arcane symbols.
Okay.
Cog's intelligence
Sorry,
is
man.
limited.
Sorry. And as I reach the edge of the plateau, I will look at these symbols and I will attempt to identify them, see what they might be.
I mean, Arcana check, please.
Unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20. These runes are runes of conjuration and divination. They tell something of a story of destiny as you roughly sort of start to work them out. And seekers. Are you looking or touching?
Looking.
It's not the first time Carsus has been asked that question.
Just looking for now.
It is your density.
Seekers, you said.
Seekers, yeah. So it talks of destiny, seekers, fate.
Duration. Okay. Wow. I will, in that case, kind of look back, see that I'm alone in the room, and I will sort of like pop back out for a bit, and I will say, there are a fair amount of runes in here. I mean, Jewel, if you can't get that door open, I would quite like to maybe make a drawing of some of them and copy them and see if this might be something that's the library might know a little bit more about, or that we can try to figure out then.
Oh, pardon. I was waiting to see if that was the way we needed to go, but I will try this door. I didn't want to do anything unnecessarily. Let me give it a go.
This seems to just be a closed-up room.
Well, I have my misgivings, but I hope this door does not kill me. So I'll turn around, kneel down. Would like to investigate the... I've already checked, and I think the door is locked, haven't I? Not going to get anything more out of that. So I get my thieves' tools out.
You know the door is locked.
Yeah. Am I? Like I say, here's the question for you. If I investigate the lock, am I going to get any benefit potentially, or have I already done that due to my other role?
What lock?
Yeah, motherfucker.
You didn't see a lock.
You didn't see a lock.
So, I will. That's going to be no use down here. Jill gets her thieves' tools out, and then goes to where the lock would be and goes, "Oh, Cassius, there is no lock. I can't. What on earth?"
Means perhaps it doesn't open with a mechanical lock. Maybe there's something in here we have to find.
Does it have any inscriptions on the door?
I don't know. Hang on. Can I start looking for inscriptions or anything on the door?
There's no inscriptions on the door. Say solid
Join us
block.
for 3 hours as we look at this door, folks.
Marble.
Conjuration.
I did like on Vox
Doors.
Machina when he went when he used the door and then went, "Oh my god, the door was helpful."
Absolutely. Spoilers for anyone, by the way.
For anybody, I was going to say, for anybody that's not
That
watched
doesn't
season
count as a
2 or
spoiler.
the first 3 episodes yet.
That was a lovely nod to that
Episode.
one, I have to say.
That was.
Jewel is going to, even in the... Well, I suppose it's low light because we've got these little purple lanterns. He's going to get a magnifying glass out and just be looking everywhere along this door. Just is there anything on this door that she could find? That is it.
Okay, make me an investigation check and use your feature for this.
Cool. That would also give me advantage because I'm using the magnifying glass.
Yep.
Come on, baby.
Oh, you absolute beauty!
Nice.
That was a roll. I rolled a 19 and a 20. Where were one of them earlier? Investigation puts me then at a 23 again.
23. As you now begin to study this door in its minute detail, you barely see the bit where these double doors join. It is the thinnest of cracks. The rest of the door is near enough solid marble with no other markings or anything else on it.
I cannot believe it. This is actually 2 doors. It looked like one. But it is solid. I cannot open it. I think I'm going
Perhaps
to have
it
to try
is-
one of the other doors. This is
Yes.
beyond me.
Perhaps there's something on the other rooms.
Yes. Let's go back to the other rooms. Be careful of those areas. So Julie's going to remember those. And we'll walk back and then across. And then we'll continue to walk down.
Make me a Constitution saving throw, please.
Oh, man.
Diagonal.
Ah,
As you step over this tile.
yep.
Yeah.
18.
18, you are fine as you step across. Oh, and I can draw a circle in the right place. As you step across that tile, you just hear the. You dart across. Part of the mist catches you, but you just sort of shake it off.
I'll look at Joel and say, yes, we will be careful of
Malt.
those things.
Make me a perception check, please.
Everyone or just Joel?
Just you.
19.
19. Hear a click somewhere.
Somewhere. Oh, I will. Yeah, so I'll hunker down and just go straight towards one of the doors at the back and see which one I'm going to go to. I'm going to go to the one that I went to first. So that is going to be down here.
So you head all the way back down the corridor and go to the door.
Oh, there is another. Actually, is there another door somewhere?
There
down the
is a
way?
door here. There's a door there. There's a door over here.
Okay, so
One here. There are a total, excluding the double doors, there are a total of 6 doors.
okay, not quite
Lex.
knowing where that sound was. Then I would go over to this door that's closest to me. So that's that one, and I will listen again if I can hear anything behind it.
Okay, make me a perception check, please, again. Lots of
That's
perception checks tonight.
Absolutely gorgeous. Different dice,
Yeah.
natural 20. Get in. 24.
Wow.
Bloody hell, Dave, was in a row with them.
It's all
You
going to
hear
shit.
this scrabbling from behind this door. Very subtle. Maybe a subtle squeak.
Can I check if the door's locked?
That's a mouse, you'll be well excited.
As you turn the handle on the door, the door opens.
Okay. Okay, I very quick cursory glance, but Jewel is already thinking that she heard a door lock, and therefore it's not this one, and pretty much wants to move on.
Okay. So you look in, and from a cursory glance, I'll say you get about that much You can see the room sort of a little bit of a corridor ahead of you, and then it opens out somewhat.
Can I say that whilst all this has been going on, that Cassus turns to Lex and says, I think if we make our way back and help Jewel with opening some of these doors and maybe see what we might be able to find. In here just seems to be a platform with some divination, some conjuration magic, so I fear that something might be formed in this platform, but I don't want to try it just yet.
Yeah, don't want to start a ritual we may not be able to stop. I did hear some whispering earlier. Have you heard anything? Like voices?
From here?
Yeah. It came from around this sort of area. Okay.
I didn't hear anything.
If I try to listen again, do I hear it anymore?
Make me a charisma saving throw, please.
Oh, good.
Boy.
Is it a spell? So get advantage if it is.
Which one of your features is that?
Advantage against spells.
Spills.
Spells!
I'll put a spell on you.
I just have magical resistance.
No, I'm going to count this. I'm going to say no.
Okay.
That is
No bother.
spells distinctly.
I got a 21 though. Happy with that.
You feel this magical effect. It is distinctly magical. It's not a spell, but this magical effect as you do hear the whispers, and it's almost like something is trying to entice you into this room. Something wants
The
you.
room that we've just opened with the dais.
The room that Cassus has just left, yes.
I can hear the whispers again, and it's almost like they're trying to call me into this room.
It's like the archway.
I was not affected by it, but I feel like, do you not feel drawn to the room at all?
No, but I also wasn't touched by the shadows.
That's true.
Jewel,
I feel like I need
Jewel.
to protect Jewel from this.
What?
Jewel,
We
come
might
here.
have something here.
I thought you said that room was empty.
To the naked
There's
eye, yes.
a magical pull. It's trying to draw me in with whispers.
Fuck that.
I'm trying. I wanted to. Cassus thinks I might be affected and not him because I was touched by the shadow, and so were you. So I want to give you some magical resistance to it.
Well, fine. You come here. I'm not going over there.
God damn it!
You
Okay,
shouldn't have said anything.
This has got a very
Lex.
Black Hawk Down moment going on right here. You come to me! No, you come to me!
Carl, what tiles did he step on? What do you mean you can't remember? God damn it! Pay attention, man. I'm gonna go there.
Hawk
Lex,
was
I
in
think
your
you can-
pocket up until...
You're fine.
Lex, I think you can go.
Come here.
You're fine.
There. That's the way where I've gone.
Look, I will accept this because I am starting to trust you, but I do not like things cast on me.
I will never cast on you without your consent. Unless you're about to die, obviously, and you're unconscious. But I will cast Protection from Evil and Good on Jewel, which is concentration for up to 10 minutes. So that's not only protection, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fae, fiends, and the undead, but he'll also can't be frightened, charmed, or possessed
Oh,
by any of those.
She.
beautiful.
She.
This is a good
Okay.
one.
Any components for that one, sir?
Holy water or powdered silver and iron. I'm definitely not going to use holy water. So you'll just see me get some iron granules, and I'll just sprinkle iron granules over your head, and I'll speak in a language you don't understand as I cast it.
Okay. I was just looking at your inventory, actually. You do have an arcane focus, which means you can cast without those material components. So any material component that doesn't have a monetary value, you can cast spells through that focus. I don't know what you chose your focus to be, because I can't remember, but
Cog.
yeah. It could be cog, if you wish, or it could be something else. It could be whatever.
I actually have a it's something actually that is, I've got like a tooth necklace underneath my shirt that you can't see, but that'll be my arcane focus.
Amazing. There we go. So through that arcane focus, which just about is this subtle glow from underneath your shirt, this spell is cast over Jewel. Describe to me how it looks as this spell is cast then. Protection from evil and good. What does it look like as it falls over Jewel?
So I'm not sprinkling the dust anymore, am I? I'm doing the arcane focus, and all you'll see cogs were in Jewel's eyes, and then like a shimmer will come over them.
Nice. So it's almost like this pure matrix work of your form, Jewel. Almost.
Yeah, like your background.
Nice.
And then you are then protected. So, what are we doing?
As that was occurring, I would be moving down and eventually making my way to this door.
Okay.
Check if it's locked, check if it's trapped. Trying to,
Okay.
no, yeah.
Make me an investigation check then. The trap.
Kind of expecting
9.
Garces to kick it in.
Nah.
9, you're unaware of any traps, but again, you try the handle, seems to wiggle. You reckon this is unlocked?
Ooh, okay, open it. See what we see.
As you open it, then. So you say straight corridor ahead of you, but also from where you are, you would see these two side alcoves, if you like. And they've got these wooden coffins in them.
Yes, I will step in and I will see if there's any information on those coffins.
Okay. As you step in, then.
Of course.
This wispy light centers itself into these coffins as the top of the coffin lids open. And two skeletal figures just step out and face you. And I think that's where we better roll some initiative, folks.
There it is. Initiative.
Initiative.
Yeah, thank you.
Oh, fuck me.
So, Lex.
1.
Lex
So a
got
2 altogether.
Jewel.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Carsis.
13.
13. Fantastic. Very good then. So, Carsis, I'm also going to say that you can now just about see these areas from where you are stood. So there's a third coffin here. You can just about see the foot of it from where you're stood, but these two skeletons then begin to climb out. Jewel, you would see Karsis enter. For your go, I'm gonna have to ask for a perception check, please.
Yeah.
For my go. Yeah, fine. Yeah. Absolutely fine. Perception check. 17.
17. You would hear the rattling sounds and the clicks and pops. You have no idea what that means, but Karsis has just stepped in as this door's opened and these sounds have come out.
So if I've heard that, then so my movement is 30, so that's going to be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
Okay. Do you get to there then? You would say, I suppose I best put these on the map actually. Moron. Yeah, please hold caller.
It's okay.
Also, Matt, right ahead of Karsis, is that a drop or is that some steps?
It's a wooden platform. It's almost like part of the floor caved in and they put some wood over the top of it, but even the wood itself is slightly broken.
Gotcha.
So here's going to be the next thing. So I will then use feline agility, to which I can double my speed until the end of my turn.
Nice.
Meaning that I've actually only used half. So I can basically move another 30 feet. So,
Correct.
I am going to... We've not really done stuff like this before, so I don't quite know what it's going to entail. But Jules going to just grab the back of Karsis's... probably the backpack that had from Lex, and just try and pull him out of the room. I think basically straight back. So, the question is what happens?
So bear me just a second, because
I'm
apparently I forgot to load
guessing
this
is
token
going
in
to
there.
end up
So,
as some sort of contested strength check.
well, that's if it's contested.
I think that there's going to be a contested roll, because I think...
It definitely is contested, yes.
But Joel doesn't know that.
He is.
Joel has not seen, well, kind of seen this Sky fight, but still doesn't quite believe the, champion of the Colosseum or whatever.
Skellies.
They look like a monk
Skellies.
skeletons.
Little skellies. Thank you, 2 minutes tools for these.
That's pretty sweet.
So,
they're cute.
yes. You were attempting to move Karsis out of the way. So, it's going to be a contested strength check. So, yeah, athletics checks on both your accounts.
Okay, athletics check is there. Okay.
My dice is rolling real bad.
So, that's a dirty 20.
That is a 4.
Oh.
4. As Karsis is taken by surprise, Jewel, you just move them out of the way.
So I will drag them back. I will go here. I'll be able to move 15 feet, won't I? Because I'm now 30 feet, half. So that'll be 5, 10, 15 to there, you to there.
Yeah.
And then That is, I think that's surely going to be. I can't really. Oh no. Then a bonus action. So hang on a minute. I've moved. Action was dragging. So then I will. Is a dash inclusive of my movement or not? Is that
Dash is just an extra 30 feet.
Extra 30 feet.
So you can consider a dash is your movement again.
I will bonus action dash and we'll move over here.
Yeah, you can move like 120 feet a turn with feline agility.
Oh yeah,
If you move,
yeah, I was about to say if I
if you move feline action dash bonus action dash.
But
You're just
also,
running around the
actually,
wall.
that's interesting. No, that's interesting. Sorry to interrupt on that one. My feline agility, does that not double my bonus action as well?
No, I think it doubles your normal movement.
Doubles my normal movement. Yeah. Anyway,
I remember
we can look at that at another time. I'm not going to use
when
it
you
all.
move on your turn in combat, you can double your speed until the end of your turn. So it just means that
Your speed's 30.
your speed is 60 effectively.
And my dash is 30.
Your dash is then 30. Yes.
Yeah, that is quite cool. Anyway, so yes, Lex, you will have seen Jewel sort of almost drop to the floor, but then use a massive pounce, just hurtle forwards, get up right behind Karsus, drag him back, and then swirl around and get behind one of these statues. It's not a hide because I can't. But it will
That's
be
fine. But that ability is ridiculous because not only can you do that, the reset is basically you spend one turn not moving at all.
Yeah. So that's
then you can do it all
not
again.
that I have to now not move. I can now move on my next turn, but I just won't get that back.
Yeah, it just means you'll get that back when you don't move.
Yeah. So we will see.
Cool. Anyway.
Right, there we go.
Just need to not move for 6 seconds.
So
and
with
then you're
that, as you bounce around, pull Karsus back, and then dash back between these statues, Karsus, then you'll go.
fine. I'll turn around and I'll say, "What the fuck was that?" And then look, don't see Jewel, because because of my passive perception. And then I will see Lex, and I'll say, "We have something here." And then I will turn around and see the Skelly. Can I see the Skellies from where I am at the moment?
You can probably just about see Skelly A, but not Skelly B.
Skelly A.
Cool. I wouldn't rush in because I'd get surrounded. So from where I am, I will then.
Only fools rush in.
That's true. I will then have my sword, and it looks like I'm ready to move to attack, but I will actually instead lower it, and I'll open my hand, and there's going to be that orange glow that you've seen before when Cass's activated Blade Song is just going to travel from sort of the eye down the neck, just under the skin, down the veins to the palm of their hand. As they open their hand forward, and a little bolt of fire is going to shoot out, as I will use Firebolt against Skelly.
Yes.
Nice.
Oh.
Here we go then.
Here come the wizard.
Man, this dice is going to go away for a while. That's a 9 to hit.
9 is not going to hit. This firebolt just skitters against the wall.
Fuck, I'm more used to the sword. And I will then. That's gonna be it then. That's gonna be it.
Very good. In which case, Skelly A then is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20. As he just climbs out and and just walks up to you, and you can see it's dragging this short sword behind it, which it then just
Surely it can't be short.
goes to strike at you with, which is a 19 to hit.
The short sword comes my way, and I see it just at the last second. There's a loud clang in the room. When the dust settles, Carsus has their hand on the wrist of the skeleton as I stopped the movement of the sword by casting shield.
Fuck yes.
Nice. Very good. Brilliant. Skelly B then is we're going to shuffle that way as well. 5, 10, 15. Can't get past Skelly A, so I'll move there. And then you also hear shuffling from beyond as well. There's 5, 10. Make a dexterity saving throw. Yep, that'll do it. 15, 20 to there.
I was hoping that Skelly
And
C was
then-
just going to go by.
10, 15. Yeah, that's not good enough. As Skelly D steps on this wooden platform, it collapses and they drop. They're going to
Nice.
drop 15 feet.
Oh boy.
So that is 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 points of damage to Skelly D, and they are at the bottom of this pit. They are bloodied and looking horrible. And in fact, do you know what? I am just going to say, because there's no way Skelly D's getting out of there. Skelly D's dead. Just falls down and just pile of bones.
Love it. We can all hear that sound effect in our heads as that happens as well, can't we? Just that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The like skittering of pins.
Oh, yes. Strike.
Very good. Lex, make me a perception check first, please, on your turn.
Nope.
Natural 20, obviously.
Nice.
You begin to hear this skittering and squeaking that sounds as if it's running towards you from the door to your left or right, depending on which way you're facing. So this door is currently
Okay.
open, and you are hearing things coming towards you through it from that direction. What would you like to do?
Panic.
Panic.
Sounds about right.
Sheer bloody panic.
I will. Well, bonus action first. I'm going to use my last sorcery point to get a spell slot back.
Nice.
First level spell slot. And then I will ready a chromatic orb for whatever is about to come around
You're
the
going to
corner.
ready a chromatic orb.
Yeah, so it will just be
Nice.
forming in my hands, and it will be.
Nice.
I'm going to choose thunder damage because
Yes.
I can. Hearing it skittling,
I'm gonna
seeing
reiterate.
skeletons.
The door is open, and you are hearing skittering things coming towards you. Are you sure there is nothing else you would like to do? As my last DM hint for the evening.
Oh, I could just shut the fucking door, shouldn't I? No. Oh, that's not as cool though, is it?
Level 3.
That isn't as
It's
cool.
not.
Oh, that's it. All right,
Entirely
then.
up to you,
I
of
will-
course. I just wanted to make...
The thing is that makes logical sense, so that is something Lex would do. But it's not cool.
That's brilliant, yeah.
All right,
Oh, no,
I'll
there's
shut the
what's
door.
coming. Click.
You can still have your spell readied for
But isn't
skeletons.
shutting the door an action?
I'll allow it.
Because I've already used a bonus action to get a spell
If
slot
closing a
back.
door takes 6
I've-
seconds, then fuck's sake.
Just for this, I will allow it.
All right, I'll shut the door, and then.
So you shut the
Do I
door,
know
but at
what-
the same time, this orb just
It's
forms
ready
in
to
your
go.
hand, and you are ready at that
Yeah.
door. Very good.
Yeah. That spell slot didn't last very
Anything
long.
else in
did
your turn?
it? I will. Oh, hang on. Do I know if that if that square behind me, or if I go to this square, do I remember that being safe? I'll step a bit further back because it's a ranged attack.
What you remember is that Karsus and Jewel, both of them, walked all the way up this corridor in those sort of that middle section, if you like. It was only till they hit that first tile up here that anything happened.
So I've shut the door, readied it, and stepped back, ready to then pitch a no-hitter.
Nice. Cool. We are back around the top then to Jewel. You see Lex just slam this door closed, jump back with this orb held in their hand.
Oh, blimey.
Skeletons are lining up to attack Karsus right now.
Yeah, so in full flee with extra flee mode, we're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 bonus action hide.
Nice. Okay, maybe a stealth check, please.
Is it bad luck now?
Keep 'em coming.
Is it bad luck every time Jewel crosses
What are
my
you
path?
doing?
She's a black cat.
That's now the 4th dice. That was the grog dice just then.
Jesus, give me some of that.
the
I haven't
bed.
rolled one this campaign
I
yet.
would. I mean, I know that I'm not into that currently at the moment, but I mean, I was hoping for some of these to be attack rolls. But sure, that was a 27. I think Jules entered campaign 3.
Yeah.
Jewel is hidden so well they've disappeared into another dimension somewhere. But
It
yes,
was literally
shit,
behind
incorruption.
the statue, like copying it.
Mimicking the same pose, yeah.
Scooby-Doo style.
Nobody sees Jewel right now. Excellent. Anything else on your turn?
Shit. What are we here for? Yeah, literally like, some inner monologue of what the fuck has Jill got herself into. Yeah, that's it.
Good. Karsus, you have 3 skeletons lined up in front of you. I would have imagined Karsus let out a small chuckle as this skeleton rounded the corner and they just dropped down.
Yeah, very much. Just chuckling now. I will then smirk and I'll kind of like whip my sword to the side, and as I do that, like the air around the blade starts like going over it and almost rotating it, and I'm going to attack skeleton A with my sword and also with booming blade on it.
Yay!
Booming
It's
blade
like
attack.
campaign 1!
An old Dargon classic.
God, I love Booming Blade. It was awesome.
It is pretty good.
What was
It is
your
pretty
spell?
good. That is going to be a 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
Amazing. So 1d6. Yeah, okay. That's 7 points of piercing damage. And
Nice.
then as I stab into sort of the clavicle of this creature and then pull the sword out, the air around it starts to rotate as well. And I will sort of like look at it and I'll say, well, catch me if you can. And I will move away from it.
There will be an attack of opportunity, of course. Which is an 18 to hit.
Sure, I have a reputation to maintain. I will use my tail to stop the movement in its tracks as I cast shield again.
Nice. There we go.
I love the fact that
untouchable
even down
swordsman
here,
out
your
there finding it.
reputation is in hand.
Well, I'd imagine at this point, Lex and Jewel, as you're watching, you can kind of see why they call Karsus the untouchable swordsman.
Yeah.
So I'll do 5, 10, 15, 20. I'll get next to Lex and I will like almost go back to back with him and I'll say, have you seen Jewel? Is she alright?
You Carsis has not seen Jewel.
Ever since this
You don't
kicked off,
understand
Jules
that I
just
have a
gone.
passive you don't understand that I have a passive perception of 7, so I don't know where you are right now.
As far as you're, yeah, I was about to say, as far as you
How
can
can
see,
the
Jewel has gone back to the
Untouchable
tavern.
How can the Untouchable Swordman be so oblivious?
No,
almost
normally
as if you
the
don't
enemies
have
are in
peripheral
front of me. It's
vision.
fine.
Honestly, I'm starting to feel
Yeah.
the charisma of Captain Jack Sparrow, just eking out of Carsis.
Yeah, it's around there.
go.
It's around there.
So as Carsis steps back or dashes back, having stabbed Skelly Bob A, Skelly Bob A is then going to step forward and follow. 5.
Always gonna take some moves. Nice.
You're welcome.
Nice sound effect. Now, let me have a look. I don't think I can do anything about this, but we'll check.
Do you know what? It's been great because obviously second fight, I've had no idea what buttons I'm going to start using, and they're the ones I'm going to start making graphics for.
Well, you know, with Lex, you'll need acid, poison, fire, cold, thunder, and lightning, because Chromatic Orb is all of those.
Yeah, and that's literally what he brings out,
brilliant
which is
spell
also
as
brilliant.
Damage. That is. If the target willingly moves 5 feet or more, the target takes. That is a very underwhelming 1 point of thunder damage
Oh no,
from Booming Blade.
that is disappointing. As it steps forward and that clavicle that you stabbed into just skitters off down the corridor, and part of the arm sort of goes limp before that form, whatever it is, magical force that's reanimating this creature, sort of allows use of the arm again. It is then going to go 10, 15, 20 and step up to there. That's a very underwhelming 14 to hit.
Misses.
It does miss.
Dodge out of
This
the way.
time as it just sort of Carsis dodges out of the way. Skelly Bob B then is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to there and sort of looks at the 2 creatures now that it has and is going to attack Carsis for a 16 to hit.
Misses.
Misses. Lex, you have a choice in this moment now. You've seen 2 skeletons now approach Carsis and attack. They've missed both of them, but you have your action held. So you can choose to use that spell if you wish now against one of these skeletons, or you can continue to hold it, see if something comes out that door. What would you like to do?
Seeing Skelly B, so I'm stood like this, out of my peripheral vision I see Skelly B turn up, so I'm just going to go, "Ah!" and like slap him in the face with a Chromatic Orb.
Slap him in the face with a Chromatic Orb. What a sentence.
It's a ranged attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to do
So
you a
we
favour then,
disadvantage,
because
won't it?
I like this. No, I'm going to say that as Skelly B steps forward and is just about to attack Carsis, you throw this Chromatic Orb out, as then Carsis dodges out of the way. This orb just... Roll to hit, please.
Fuck. Duck. 10.
Straight over Skellybob B and just
Panic.
down the corridor
Sheer bloody
somewhere.
panic, right?
As Skellybob B does finish that movement then and lands next to you and Carsis. Skellybob C then is going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Yeah, 30 to there.
What's it like somehow having all the people around you for a change?
I mean, it feels pretty fun, to be honest.
Yeah, it is.
23 to hit.
That does not feel as fun. That actually goes through the shield.
Oh.
There we go. That will be
You strength for the
grand
sticks.
total.
Oh, wait.
It'll be a grand total of 7 points of piercing damage as this blade does just bite in and catches you across the thigh.
Don't have gloves on
Rusty
that
old
one.
short sword.
Yep. 7 points of damage. It is.
So there we go. Skelly Bob D is in pieces. Lex.
I will. What will I do? Frustrated that I missed with the slap, I will then just grab SB with a shocking grasp,
Nice.
hopefully. Oh, fuck me in the bum. 7.
I heard that as well, Dave. It was so subtle, but it's brilliant.
They're not denying it.
Just saying.
No, absolutely not. So, as your hand close around this, or go to close around the skull of this creature, it's almost like the skull itself just gets knocked off for a second before reattaching. You miss.
So then
bonus actions.
No, not a lot left in terms of bonus actions. I'm pretty depleted. I say depleted. I've got no spell slots left. Oh, I've got one left, but it's not that I want to use. So I will then just panic a little bit and move here. And you will actually see, because obviously it's quite a stoic face, isn't it? So you will see like a angry, worried face on Lex as he backs off,
Doesn't A
trying
hit?
to calculate what to do next. And A does not hit. I'm glad you're rolling as shit as I am.
I know, that's fucking awful. As SB sort of sees Lex back away and just sort of swings and whiffs, misses, hits thin air. We are then back around the top to Jewel, but I think we are going to use that moment to take a short break. So yes, enjoy. Everybody panic, because this is getting fun. And we will see you all back in a few minutes.
Hello.
Hello, and we're back.
Hi.
I need to change some.
As I have a quick sip of whiskey. So yes, we are back.
Stuff on the
Thank you all for joining us still, continuing to support us. Follow, subscribe, like, everything. Social media, YouTube, podcast, all of it. Go for it. Knock yourselves out.
Thank you for the insane amount of, like, just, you know, all the viewers in chat tonight and all of the chats
Yeah.
just really keeping us company. It's fabulous.
Crazy.
Do love it. I do love all the little spoilers, or not spoilers, theories and jokes that put me off every single time. Amazing. So, no, stick to it. We love you all. Thank you very much for being with us. Now, this fight, which is getting interesting. We come back up to the top of round 3. Jewel, you are currently mimicking a Klothys statue behind it, hidden from everyone.
Yay for not playing a
No
7-foot
one knows
Goliath.
you are there.
Woo! Finally. Right. One of them managed to catch Karsis. Which one was that one? Because I can't remember off the break.
It was Skelly C.
C.
Now, have I got a shot on Skelly C? I'm guessing he's probably got partial cover or something.
If you are crawling behind this statue, then abso-fucking-lutely.
Okay, so
Absolutely.
dagger throw at SC should get
So I won't put you
advantage
there,
because
just
I
for the
am
sake of it.
hidden and Karsis is next to him.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go with advantage, and that should also hopefully give me.
It'll be an advantage and a +1, because +1, +2, flanking rules apply.
That would only mean if I was diagonally next to SC.
Yes, no, you are right. You are
this
right.
is
Ignore
purely
me.
advantage, I believe. But thank
Yep,
you. And
this is purely advantage. Can I just say, while you're doing that as well, how sexy that fucking artwork looks on those tokens as well,
mate,
zoomed in.
just
It's
absolutely-
amazing. So, Stick, thank you so much.
Stick.
We need,
Okay.
the
we need a
artwork brought
cog
more than my
We need a cog
character
one.
out than I did when I thought about it.
We have a cog one, but cog is currently in your pocket.
I thought for long.
Cog is still in your pocket.
Anyway, that is a 18 to hit.
An 18
Nice.
to hit SC. Yes. Just this whisper in the dark. As this dagger flies out and catches C.
Okay, so that is,
Fucking hell.
yeah, I was about to say. You just see a dagger just hit the side
the
of this skeleton's head from fucking nowhere.
Yep.
Absolutely love the idea of that. So this is with sneak attack, I believe. So that will be with 2d6
It's with all the damage, yeah.
and a 1d4 for the actual thing itself, which totals. I'll try that again. 14 points of piercing damage.
Nice. As this dagger just appears out of the ether and C just gets splattered. Like bones just fly everywhere as this dagger embeds in the skull and skitters off back towards where the door was.
Nice.
Skeleton C is dead. Dead.
Nice.
Can an undead be dead again? It's destroyed.
It is
Deader.
currently in its disassembled Lego format.
Yeah, absolutely. Pieces everywhere. Just for everybody who's playing the home game, there's the cog token for you. You can zoom in on that and enjoy it.
Thank you.
It's got to zoom in on that bad boy. Look at that. Look at that.
He's so cute.
So
May I also say that that has a certain amount
that.
of Portal 2 in it? Just a little bit
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Yeah.
know
Which
where
I
Stick got their inspiration,
absolutely
but I asked.
love.
I think we both asked for it to not be as fucking stupid as the Wizards of the Coast art for that type of creature, and Stick delivered.
Sorry, totally distracted. I am doing stuff. Yes, so I believe I would have to bonus action hide again to ensure that I was not known from the other skeletons. So I'm not going to do it on the same statue, and I am going to move. So 5, 10, 15, if I'm allowed, and again hide. So that is then going to be a stealth check. Still pretty good. 24.
Skeletons don't see you. I can tell you that right now.
And will say, so that's action, bonus action, bit of movement, yeah, and I will just then use up the rest of it. Just go, Lex, are you okay?
Where did you come from?
I've always been here. The other statue.
Why'd you... Well,
The fuck are
help
these?
us out.
What are you doing with these?
I'm confused and I don't like being confused.
Yeah.
Fucking exchange is brilliant. Anyway, Carsis, your go.
Okay.
It's the fucking panther bouncing around.
Yeah. Seeing this dagger that has just been thrown out of nowhere, and I will have a slight, quick thinking moment, and I'll say, well, always use what you have, and I will stab into the head of SA, and then as my bonus action and 2-weapon fighting, I will grab the dagger that has been thrown from Jewel and stab on the hip of SB, sort of like in the center of those two, and then just pull it back.
Yet again, Carsis has given me an erection.
Thanks very much.
I also love that Carsis would have looked over towards where the dagger would have come from. Still no one there.
Yeah.
Still no idea. The sword attack is going to be a. It's like a 20. It's a 22.
Oh,
Yeah.
I can give you the dagger info if you need it.
I've got it as well.
Just a
sorry.
straight dagger in it, yeah, so.
As I use my sword to pierce, you're going to see that then Carlos is actually going to twist the sword into the skull, is I'll use my Piercer feat to reroll the damage on my piercing attack.
Nice.
Okay.
And that's 8 points of piercing damage.
Yeah,
He also
as you
does that
stab
with his-
in and then twist, the skull is just left embedded on your, or impaled by your sword as the rest of the body just...
Nice. And the dagger attack
That fucker's
is
dead.
going to be it's going to be 21 to hit with dagger.
Yes.
It's a D4, right?
It is a D4.
Sorry, Dave.
Sorry, I was laughing at chat at the same time there.
It's somehow is now the MVP of fighting for like other end of the spectrum, different reasons now. He was dropping nukes and mass healing, and now he's fucking shit up in a different way, and I love it. Absolutely love it. Me and Dave were around just watching Carsus do his work, aren't we?
I've just got
Just,
popcorn. I mean, we're
just
we're
spectating.
here for the show. We're getting our own private show. I should have bet on him. Bet five.
That's
He was
true.
doing dollar bills.
Can I use my Piercer feat more than once a turn? No, I can't. Okay, so
I'll allow
that
it.
is going to be 5 points of damage with the dagger.
One of these days, Danny, you are DMing, because I'm just going to... yeah, I'll allow it. It's going to be absolute chaos.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Danny's DMing would be like Sam Regal's DMing. Fuck it, that's cool. Let's
Yes.
do it. I don't care.
Well, of course.
Yeah, there's a reason I'm not DMing anyone. Apart from sliding into
Amazing.
Carsus's DMs.
And on that note, Carsis, anything else on your turn?
No, that'll be my turn. Thank you very much.
No, that'll
like bow
do. As
towards
Carsis
Lex.
just... Almost in a pure dancing moment. Right, Scallybar B is not happy that it's just been stabbed in the crotch.
Scabbed.
Stabbed in the
It's going to
crotch
swing for
sounds right.
Carsis. That is going to be a 13. Miss.
It misses.
In which case,
Also,
we
then I
are
use the
over to
dagger.
Lex.
I use the dagger and sword,
Go for it.
sword in an X to stop the blade.
Nice. Ting. Lex.
This is where all my fencing experience goes to. Not for
Nice.
actual fencing, for D&D.
Like we use any other real life skills for anything but D&D these days.
Yeah, I mean,
exactly.
it all comes into it.
Yeah. So, being frustrated, although trying to hide it, that none of my spells are working, and seeing how reliable Carsus is being just with a simple weapon, I will go down the same sort of route and pull out my crossbow.
Hang about.
As a last resort, it's simple. It makes sense. I'm going to follow the pattern of Carsus, and I'm going to have a bit of poetic license with how this crossbow works. It's just a simple crossbow, but I would like to think Lex's crossbow has a kind of mechanism where it loads itself in a sort of mechanical fashion each time I fight. Each time it fires.
Well, as the
So it
crossbow
just goes-
has no reload function, abso-fucking-lutely knock yourself out. That sounds awesome.
like a Nerf gun, when you cock it back and it just goes.
Yeah.
It goes into place. And I will fire my crossbow into the forehead of SB, hopefully. With a +3 to hit, I'm not holding out hope. No, I rolled a 5. Goodbye, I'm going home.
Danny, we are going to
Lex
send
is
you
just
some
there,
real
like-
dice, and you're going to have
So
to start using
I've got real dice, Dave. They're just to the other side of the room. And I can't be asked again. So it's just going to go through
That's
the
why
ribcage.
they're sending the curse across the room.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah,
It
just going to go
literally
through
just
the ribcage of the skull.
bounces off this creature's bones and through the other side, and yeah.
So you'll
Well,
just see
that was
my
the
eyes narrow and my fangs snarl because I am fucking livid in real life and in the game.
Oh, for fuck's sake, Lex. Hit them.
Cass is a little bit aroused.
Oh, right.
Brilliant. We are then back round the top to Jewel, still hidden from everyone except Lex, who's just gone, what the fuck? That's why you got put off your crossbow shot.
Jewel suddenly behind you.
Disembodied voice just appears.
Yep.
I'm going to listen to chat and go get real dice.
Go get real dice. I knew we'd get there eventually.
Nice. What should I say? Dice.
Dice. Love it. Jewel.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, from my hiding position, we'll lob my second and last dagger at SB.
Mm-hmm.
So, advantage?
Advantage.
So that is dirty 20.
Dirty 20's going to hit.
And with them, sneak attack again. 4. That is. Oh, come on. 12 points of piercing damage.
Okay, Jewel, how do you want to do this?
Yeah. Go.
Karsis, how did you stab this other one? Was that with the other dagger? Was with my other dagger?
Yeah, it was the other dagger on the hip.
On the hip. So I'd like my dagger to go sort of for the neck, and just like it sort of cuts and pops the spine off, and the head will pop out, so that you've essentially got this dagger in the hip, and the rest of it crumbles.
Excellent. So as Jewel just this dagger just appears and skeleton falls around. There's hip bone left, dagger on the floor. Yeah, and we are out of combat. As all these skeletal remains now just around, you just hear this as whatever magical force was animating these creatures just dissipates into the room.
I'll stand up and I'll grab the second dagger from Jewel.
Jewel will step out from behind the statue.
Okay. I was going to say, because I was 100% going to look at the opposite side of the room.
Probably still would until I speak.
And yeah, and I'll move towards Jewel and I'll hand the daggers and I'll say, "You are quite crafty with those. Those 2 excellent throws."
Merci. I saw you were in trouble, and I'm sorry I was not next to you, but I did warn you I am not one for fighting.
That's all right. I'm more of a fighting alone kind of person, so it's actually quite nice to have others.
I can see
For
why
once.
they say that you are the untouchable swordsman. That is.
Yeah,
impressive.
well.
Speaking of not touching, I wouldn't touch that door. There's something behind there that we probably don't want to meet.
And as Lex says this, you can now hear the scratching and scrabbling behind that door. Subtle squeaks. Something that sounds much thicker and wetter.
Leave it.
Just move on. Just move on.
They saw Cass's fight.
What are we doing?
Yeah, we'll.
Thank you, Karsis, for the daggers. I'm glad that one of them was useful for you.
Yeah, it was. And I'm. Yeah, you can see that Cass's is like just applying like basic first aid on the cut, where you can see. Jewel probably can see this before Lex. That there's this like a lava-colored blood just pouring out a little bit. That's it.
Jewel will pull out some like strips of little fabric from her belt pocket, not even pocket. Come up with a word. Backpack, that's the one. Or she's got a little pouch on her side.
It could have been
just
a belt
literally
pouch,
any
yeah, there you
words,
go.
just all of them, just 10 of them. That's fine. And we'll hand one
Any
over to you.
compartment storage container, yeah.
Absolutely, yes.
I like to think you've got a little bomb bag fanny pack with just little things in it.
Yeah, hang on, no, that's my passport. Hang on a minute, no, that's the emergency money. Hang on a minute.
Yeah.
No, and we'll just hand you just this. It's not a bandage. This is just like a long rag, and we'll just pass it to you to sort of help.
Thank you. Lex, are you all right?
You'll catch me staring at your blood because I've never seen that before. That's weird. Yeah, I came up with pretty
Jewel and
unscathed
Lex make
actually.
me perception checks, sorry.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. I didn't roll the real dice like a twat, but it's alright. So I got a 16. I'm happy with that.
Roll the real dice. Roll the real dice, just to see if it's higher.
Oh.
If it's higher, take it. If it's not, don't.
I'm not telling you what that says because it was a 1.
That's fine. There we go.
What were we taking? Perception check. 14.
Just 14. Both of you see as Karsis applies these dressings to their leg, there's just almost these slight
Yeah, what was I saying? Yeah, I came away unscathed. I didn't get hit, though I didn't hit anything either. Sorry, I didn't really contribute.
That's all right. It happens. I mean, you believe in balance ahead of all things, so I'm sure that next time you get into a little bit of a fight, you'll hit everything. That's how it works, right?
I hope so, but I think you tipped the scales in our favor today. Boom! Balance pun. How about that?
Yes. Well, I'm sure Feathercrest wouldn't be too impressed by me getting caught, but it does happen sometimes.
Who did you?
Oh,
What?
it's just there's a friend of mine that came up with the name of the untouchable swordsman,
Oh,
and
yeah. It is somewhat ironic now.
Well, I suppose we are also not in the arena, and this is the real life. Maybe slightly
That is true.
different. I am slightly skeptical of checking the other doors, but I feel we must do. I have to say, before that fight
Curiosity
started,
has got the better of us now.
I thought I heard someone unlocking or locking one of the doors. That is why I checked this one, and I am now concerned. And it may well be that all of the doors were unlocked, in which case it was by arcane means. Should we go check the other doors? I fear we are possibly going to find that they are trapped, and or have more skellybobs behind them. Should we try and force this other door, or get the hell out of here?
the one that had the skeletons actually didn't was not locked. So I don't know
Yes,
if that tracks with your.
Yes, mine was not locked either, and I wonder if they had all been unlocked. I fear we probably have not been as stealthy as we wanted to be.
That is a good point.
Should we be worried about the magical pull towards that room?
Absolutely, but I also think that we should try and get through the door at the end of the corridor. It's the one that is drawing me, but maybe it is because the one that we cannot get through.
Jewel, make me a charisma saving throw, please.
Yeah, balls.
Oh boy.
Cochran. Oh, I'm glad I reminded Matt about that. Sorry, guys.
Absolute bollocks. 11.
11. You now hear these whispers just. You feel yourself compelled to enter the room to your right, currently.
Does that count as a charm? Because they can't be charmed currently.
No.
Okay. My theory was wrong.
I feel compelled
Sorry.
to enter that room.
Just feel yourself compelled to enter that room, yes.
Cool. We'll turn around and walk in the room.
Joel?
Yeah, sure.
I feel like you're the untouchable swordsman and she's the unfindable cat.
Yes, I'm going to be honest. From the moment I opened that door, I could not see Joel for about half a minute.
So yeah, I mean, with essentially my movement, not moving particularly quickly, but yeah, just basically like turning around and just.
We're not
following
in
that.
initiative order anyway, so you can move as far as you want.
I'll
you
just
move
follow
up to this
follow
platform
Joel.
now. Jewel, you see Jewel walk up, and then Jewel, you want to touch this platform.
Can I either, or do I need to do a check to basically that urge? I think to Jewel would mean that she would want to therefore inspect it really closely first. She's very interested in it, but therefore she's super interested into why she also wants to touch it, even though that's partly also subconscious. It's basically like that, her innate want to investigate.
Mm-hmm. I'll allow it.
So an investigation,
Yes.
dirty 20.
You see these arcane runes that are just lining the edge of this, and where usually there's that fear of magic, this calls to you, speaks to you almost, as those whispers just coalesce. Touch the stone.
Oh shit.
As she's looking at all
Jordan,
of
are
these
you-
and just kind of getting interested. I mean, yeah, Carsus, if you do want to say something.
Yep. Joel, are you alright? You didn't seem too impressed by this room earlier, and now you're just coming in.
Jewel, as Carsis speaks, you come back to your senses.
Jewel was pretty much tracing in midair the runes and was about to touch them, and just her claw just whips away, and she stands up. What is this? I nearly touched it. What was that?
Well, it's alright. It's alright.
No,
I'm-
that is why magic is bad. That is bad. And she will walk and run, push past you, Carsis, and just plough past into that corner, just in time to remember that there's another trapped one there. That is why magic is bad.
Carsis, make me a charisma saving throw, please.
10.
Oh,
You feel compelled to walk towards this stone.
Look at Joel. Look at Lex. Well, if someone has to do it, I'll move in. I'll touch it.
Can
What
I
are you doing?
grab Carsis?
You can attempt to make me... yeah, make me an athletics
Jesus
check, please.
Christ.
16.
8.
8. Carsis, you begin to walk forward, and Jewel, your hand just closes on Carsis. And there's that resistance. I'm going to say, because Carsis said they walked in this room and touched that stone, there's that moment where the pull is there, and the difference in strength, Carsis just moves forward. Carsis, you
Carsis,
just
no!
stride forward. Lex?
I was going to say, have I got time before he touches it to do anything?
What would you like to try and do?
Cast suggestion.
Nice.
bitches.
Hand is reaching for the stone, Lex, in this moment.
A wisdom 13 saving throw, please, Cassis. I know you're really good at wisdom.
Yeah, that's gonna go well. I rolled a 7, so that means it's a 6.
That's a hell no. So you will just stop as you're compelled by a weird language in your head you don't understand, and then you'll look at me and I'll say, "Stay by my side." And because that is concentration, I've dropped the protection from good and evil on Jewel to do this.
Cool.
This shimmering field around around Jewel just shatters into these tiny, tiny little cogs and wheels, which then just dissipate into the air. As Cassis, you feel that strange voice in your head which you don't understand, and then you turn to Lex. And you must walk.
What is this room? Why are we all drawn to this? Cassis, why were you trying to?
I just felt like someone wanted me to do it, and now someone wants me to be here now.
I do not like this. I do not. This is horrible. We should leave. I do not like this room.
Are you happy to chalk this up as a failure and head back? Does that sit right with you?
There is clearly something down here. I just don't like this room.
Well, can we... Is there a way to lock the door somehow so nobody can get in?
Either that, or if you can tell me that nothing bad will happen when you touch that stone.
I can't promise you that.
Then I will do everything in my power to stop you from touching it. Is there any way that we can get through this door behind us? It is not pickable from me. I cannot make through it. But I feel it is the way that we need to go.
Okay, let's try and solve the riddle.
Cassis, are you with us? Do you... What do you want to do? I am concerned.
I have to stay by Lex's side.
How long does the suggestion last?
I can concentrate on it for 8 hours.
Fucking Jesus.
Is it 8 hours? Holy shit, I thought it was a minute.
I was
But
just gonna say.
it's 8 hours until you've completed what I suggest. So technically,
Yeah, it's completed now.
he has technically completed it. But then, how does he stay by my side?
No,
Does he
you
have to
said
stay by?
stay by his side.
Stay by my side.
Yeah.
Fucking Jesus.
I hope I don't need a poo at any point.
You're right.
Well, you can drop concentration.
Ironically, if I fail a charisma check and I go to touch it, you're going to follow me and stand right next to me. We'll do it.
Absolutely.
Okay, then, my adventurers, what are we doing as Cassis? You make your way back to where Lex is.
So, we're under the Temple of Klothys. This is all about fate, destiny. Is there any clues in that make that door open? Anything you know? Anything we know?
Well, tell me this, Lex. We're under the Temple of Klothys. Why on earth were we just attacked by skeletons? Is it because we were learning too much? Or do you think that this is possibly been taken over by other means. Someone who is not following the Temple of Klothys and actually is using it for nefarious reasons. I fear that that lovely gentleman that we met earlier would have no idea that this is happening down here.
Maybe whoever is here is only looking to expand on the knowledge of Klothys. Shadows, skeletons, revived. That is all necromantic magic. Seems to me like someone is here, well, acquiring knowledge, fighting destiny, or even trying to put a new spin on what those words mean.
Tell me, what
Choosing
type
death
of
is the same as chasing your fate.
Tell me, what type of magic causes someone to want to... can be compelled to go and touch a stone such as this?
It's got to be enchantment magic, right?
So not the
I mean,
type
I
of
just
magic
used a
that
similar
you
enchantment to bring Karsus back from touching the stone.
you did this.
Of course.
Good. And not good. I am mixed on that one. But why were we all drawn to touch that stone?
Well, what sort of magic did you think it is, Karsus, when you looked at the runes?
The runes spoke of conjuration and divination, so both something that can summon something, can summon things from the multiverse into us, and divination, things that will protect and prevent something.
With you saying it could summon things from the multiverse.
Sorry, no, that's not divination. Divination is a different one. That's abjuration. Ignore that. Divination being something that allows, it's both to summon something and something that allows you to look into places that you're not on, locations people track. It's not unlike the mark that you have, Lex, from the shadows. They also have a slight aura of divination on them, as if someone is tracking.
So are you saying this thing could open like a planar rift to let something through?
It is not my area of expertise, but potentially.
And with that, Cog's going to jump out of my pocket and start going mental at me. Yeah, I know. That must be destroyed. We must destroy it. That brings chaos.
Destroy the stone?
Yes, it cannot be allowed to be used.
How do we do that?
I don't know.
I can throw my dagger at it, but it will not do anything.
It is also...
Is there a way to deactivate the runes?
I mean, with powerful enough magic, yes, but I don't know it. I doubt that you do. Obviously, Jewel doesn't. It's not our job to destroy this. Our job is to find information. We found information, so we should go back and have people that deal with this sort of thing deal with it. I know, Lex, you do, but you are ill-equipped for it at the moment.
As Cassis,
Well,
as much
at
as
least
I
I'm going to at
love...
least stop people getting in this room, and I'll close the door to the room, and then is it like a proper normal handle lock mechanism, right?
Yeah, it's like a rounded, rounded doorknob. I almost said a rounded knob then and knew where that would go. As you do
So-
that, though, as all three of you have currently failed those charisma saving throws, all of you make me charisma saving throws again, please.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, no, I'm not doing it on D&D Beyond. I'm using a real dice.
14.
Then
So sorry, that was a 5 from Jewel, a 14 from Karsis.
a 16 from Lex.
Karsis and Jewel. You both feel compelled. Karsis, you are now conflicted. You feel compelled to stay by Lex's side, but also to touch this stone. I am going to ask you to make me a straight wisdom check, please.
6.
You move towards the stone.
Jewel follows behind Karsis. We'll continue to
All
talk.
three of you here touch the stone. Lex, you are the only one that now overly suspicious of what this does, with Cog fluttering around you. Just why would I do that? As the other two, as they're talking to you, make their way into the room.
Maybe
Continue.
the stone, maybe the arcane magic in here is very fragile and maybe just needs to be disrupted. I am not very used to this, but I do find it very intricate in the way that those arcane symbols seem to align.
I just don't think that we're going to find more information unless we know what it does exactly.
Cargo, I don't know what to do. I can't stop them. And I'll run in
that
front
moment.
of... Oh, they've gone. They've done it now.
No. You've got your moment.
I
I haven't said it.
was gonna run in front of Karsis to try and stop him, and then Cog is gonna get in front of Jewel to try and stop them.
So I will say you slow Karsis down enough, but Cog is tiny. Cog flutters around Jewel, and Jewel just.
Bear in
bats
mind, I'm
away
minus
like
3 strength at the minute.
In which
Just to be
case,
honest.
both of them push past you and Cog, and at the same time, their hands land on the stone. Those arcane runes light up, and blue light begins to fill this room.
Jewel's worth a nightmare. It's fucking ridiculous.
The spectral form
Oh God!
of a sphinx forms in the middle of this
Fucking
stone. You resist well, but my power is absolute. Jewel of shadows. Would you like to know your destiny?
Jewel doesn't respond. Just there's fear in her eyes as she looks at this apparition.
Karsis. Oh. Interesting. I can tell you more. If you wish.
More about... There's a lot of things to be told more of.
You have gone through much upheaval, much change. Structures you once held dear, gone to you now. And yet you now have your focus. That which guides you. Your goals and dreams. One day, you'll find that inner authority. One day. That sense of confidence, self-assurance, purpose, and with it, stability, structure, control. So very interesting.
The grip on the sword gets tighter, as the Sphinx seems to know a whole lot that they shouldn't.
The Sphinx's
Any other
gaze turns back to Jewel. You. So fearful. So very fearful. But such willpower. Such determination and self-discipline. Your fear. Twisted. Allowing you to take charge. Make things happen. You are in survival mode, Jewel. It's time to enjoy the abundance and self-sufficiency that you have. Soon, you will enter a time where you have the power to allow your plans to develop without urgency or restlessness. Patience. Allow these things to happen. Trust in your process. And your future has so much potential for something good. Something you can appreciate. Trust. Have faith. It is the journey that is important.
The journey is everything.
Lex. Carry on.
I fear only the unknown.
The Sphinx's eyes, spectral Sphinx's eyes, are now just going to meet you, Lex. You hear everything in this room right now. You resist, where your friends do not. Strange, in one such as you. Difference. Touch the stone, Lex, and I can tell you all you need to know.
What do you want in return?
I never asked for anything.
Nothing is given without something being taken. That is balance.
That is not my purpose.
Then you seek to bring chaos.
I am an agent of fate.
What does that mean to me? I'm an agent of order and balance.
I am an agent of fate.
My destiny is already decided. But not by you. My mission is clear.
Your mission is clear. Your fate. Undecided.
I do not believe you will not take when you give me this information that I want. Show me I can trust you.
You have all you need, it seems. My power only extends so far. Go well. The Sphinx disappears.
I immediately rushed to Lex's side.
Jewel, are you yourself again?
Oui. I saw a sphinx. It spoke
We all
to
saw
me.
the Sphinx.
You all would have heard everything said in that room at this time. It was not said into your minds, it was spoken openly.
It knew me. It seemed to know all of you too. How is this possible?
It made some pretty wild assumptions about me, if I'm honest.
Insight check.
Yes.
Only because
Oh, how the tables have turned.
the Sphinx got everything right. My end, as Jewel knows. 22.
18 deception.
Absolute.
Yeah. Definitely a what's it called? Deflection.
Half truth.
A deflection, yeah.
Play a deflection.
Oh, that is.
Yep.
That is interesting. Oh. Well, maybe they're not all what the legends say.
Given what, in my law document, what I know of historical events around Ardalia and stuff, I'd know what sphinxes are, wouldn't I?
Mm-hmm. Very much so.
I think we did well not to give anything away. You stood strong. It was the right course of action. You control your fate. Remember that.
Well then, let me control my fate this far. I'm leaving this room and I hope you're following me.
I'm fucking off.
Surely's booking it out of the room.
I will say one thing to you, Lex. The fact that that was a spectral form of a sphinx would lead you to believe that it's not entirely the same as what you would have read about in your histories and what you understand. It is almost a shadow of a sphinx, one might say.
As Joel gets out to the other hallway corridor, Skadoodler,
Mm-hmm. Skadoodle.
Is there still some moist banging against the door nearest us?
No.
You made that 7 times worse than it
There
needed to
must
be.
have been a better way to say that.
I'm sure there would have been. The point is I intended not to say it that way.
Oh,
As silence settles in the corridor once again, the scrabbling and the thwacking seems to have calmed down.
Okay.
As we leave the room,
Can
and I'll shut the door behind me, with it being a mechanical lock, I want to make sure nobody else can get back in the room. So I kind of want to use my shocking grasp, if I can, to kind of melt the mechanism with lightning damage so it can't be opened.
nice.
That is a...
Make me a spellcasting ability check, please. Roll a d20 and me your spellcasting ability modifier.
That's bold, that.
Don't be shit, don't be shit, don't be shit.
No.
11.
No.
11.
11.
Fuck me.
As your grasp touches the door, there are sparks that just seem to bleed out through the door. You have no idea whether this is successful or not.
If it's all calmed down, can Jewel then, from where she is, which is essentially, what's that, 20 feet away from the door?
Mm-hmm.
Does it look different? Does it still look just like a solid piece of marble from this distance?
Make me a perception check, please.
Sweet. Oh, shite. 13.
13. Having studied the door in such intricate detail, this big double door slab of marble, that hairline crack that you'd seen down the centre is now about an inch wide.
Seeing that, we'll then walk forwards and zigzag round the shit that we found earlier. Put a hand on the door and try and push it open.
As you place your panther-like claws in between this crack and just the doors slowly, with a little bit of resistance, but not enough to make you need to do strength checks or anything like that. Just and you see in front of you a grand chamber. Dead center ahead of you is a piece of equipment that looks all too familiar, but made out of this black metal with 3 orbs that spin around and this eerie purplish glow that bleeds out, and numerals on the floor in a ring around it as an orrery stands in front of you. 4 statues of Klothys at the 2, 4, 8 and 10 positions, if you like, on the clock. In the corner of the room, the far right hand corner, you see a desk illuminated by a single candle flame. And as you look towards that desk, you see an individual stand, and that individual looks at you for the briefest of moments. An individual in this obsidian-like cloak with this dark hair, beard, almost like a goatee of sorts, this hooked nose, and they are just going to look interesting. They disappear.
Thank fuck for that. So what did you say the 3 orbs were around the not Wrath Strike,
There's
definitely Wrath
these
Strike thing?
3 just orbs here,
orbs.
if you like. I've used what Dungeon Alchemist has done pretty amazing for this dungeon. The one token I didn't have. They need to work on their arcane apparatus tokens, is all I'm going to say, or the stamps. But yes, it's very much like the orrery that's in the Arcanist's chamber, the senior Arcanist chamber, but with fewer orbs and made of this black metal.
Can Jewel use her bonus action Eye for Detail to see if she can find the hidden creature? Is there anything? I don't know whether hidden is also the same as invisible. Like, can I see like the chair slightly wobble, or the candle flicker as the expectant of something walking past? Anything to just see if there's any way of finding if this creature is still here.
And Cog
Make an
has true sight,
check,
so if he is invisible in the room, Cog would be able to see him.
Sorry, was that a perception check?
Investigation check,
Investigation
please.
check.
Using your skills of just looking for clues.
Okay, it's a 14. Not exactly taking out me spyglass.
You see the flicker of the candle, but it's almost like just that flicker in the wind. There are no footsteps, no movement of anything. You don't hear any subtleties in sound. It's almost like this individual is gone.
Doors opened. As the doors open, skipping back a bit, hopefully making enough of a noise that it would draw Lex and Caster's attention, I would have looked over my shoulder and gone, "Après moi?" and then would have heard all of this. Attention! And I will walk 10 feet into the room. So just into the room. As I would have seen that. But that's as far as I'm going to go.
Very good. So you walk 10 feet into this room then. From the very dark corner, furthest darkest corner away, which would probably be this corner here, and we'll say this corner down here, so top left and bottom left.
Yeah.
Two figures step forward, both of which originally look like this figure that's just disappeared before they shift, and a multitude of faces, figures, before finally an old man. And then these strange grey-skinned creatures step forward and approach you.
Is that old man
A
something?
cage. Absolutely. And then a cage to your right-hand side just rattles. And that right there, folks, is where we are going to leave it for this.
What the fuck is going on here?
Unreal.
I said we were going to have some fun tonight. And we had
that-
some fun tonight.
Yeah.
Oh
I
boy.
don't call fun. I
Some
call anxiety
mystery.
and paranoia. That's what I call. That's what I call it.
So the only other description I will give you for this room with your dark vision is that there is a door both at left and right hand sides of this room. So one about midway up the wall on the left hand side, and another one midway up the wall on the right hand side, equidistant and opposite each other. But yes, that as you find a dark orrery, a desk, an individual, and these two creatures, and something in a cage. So with that, thank you very, very much for joining us, everyone. I hope you have enjoyed the mystery deepening, so to speak, as the plot thickens. A little bit of combat there, which is a lot of fun. Got to see some more features of our characters. Please stick with us, as I am sure we are going to raid after this. But yes, until such time, thank you again for joining us. Please follow, like, subscribe on whatever platform you're using, whether it's YouTube, podcast. If you can follow us on Twitch, amazing. If you wish to subscribe, that will be even more amazing. We love you all, and thank you to all of our subscribers anywhere. There is no need to do that, of course. This is out there for you to enjoy. But yes, until next week, stay safe, folks, and we will see what happens. See you then.